Hello, I'd like to just briefly show you a couple of things that I've done to get fancy in Canvas. So this is obviously my dashboard. I learned how to import a picture and kind of change the transparency of it and put it on my tile. So there you go. You can see I have another one over here. So I also do what's called the color overlay. So if you change this, then you can see that everything is very muted, but I personally like the non-color overlay, so it looks kind of bright. Okay, so that's one thing. Also, I did the calendar subscription over here. I'm going to move myself. And I did the calendar feed. So now you can see, this is my Google Calendar. See, there's my SDSU. Here is the calendar that I have subscribed to. This is my Canvas calendar. And you can see that, woohoo, these are actually due dates in Canvas. And, you know, I kind of knew about this, but I sort of forgot about it, and I like this because now I'm going to also remember when my students have things that are due. So that's going to be really helpful to me since I'm teaching all over the place and I'm teaching way too many classes. You can also see that my priorities in life are listed at 9:30 in the morning. Okay, so let's go back over here, and another thing I did to get fancy is if you come here, you will see my home page. Now sometimes these are stacked and sometimes they are not, and I cannot tell why, but this is my new home page. But this is what I'm especially proud of, is I learned how to do this. If you click here, it's actually just a pop-up. I look much better here than I do today, but anyway, yeah, that's just a little pop-up, and then they can obviously click on here, or they can text with me, which I set up remind. Okay, so those are the fancy things. I do happen to have noticed that in the modules you guys pointed out that there is now, I don't know if this is new or if I just never noticed it, there's a collapse all and an expand all. Okay, and I thought that was pretty cool. So there I go again. All right, so thank you for all of the tips. I have always learned something new every time we do this, and I walked through the entire Canvas thing and picked up a couple of tips and tricks along the way. And even though this isn't my Canvas course at SDSU, I do use the grading, the weighted grading. So here you can see that this is 20% of the total, 35, 20, and 25. So no matter how many things I put in here, and sometimes there's a few and sometimes there's a lot, but it always adds up to be 35%. I also have a rule in here to drop the lowest score since there's so many. I just figured that's easier to do it that way. Okay, so those are some of the fancy things I'm doing. Thank you, you guys.